This is where the fun begins.
Hello there. How's it going?
Hey everyone, Hybrid here, and today we are going to talk a little bit about lightsabers. I'm a Star Wars fan, so you bet I like a good one. So, when it comes to collectible lightsabers, the more accessible ones are your Disney Parks and your Black Series lightsabers. And they're okay, they're a little chunky, and of course they're made by toy companies, so the effects do leave a little bit to be desired. They're not bad, and they are licensed. One of the more common third-party options for a number of years now has been the in-hilt LED lightsaber. And these get pretty bright, they're pretty good. They were great for a number of years, and you know what? I still stand by the technology. They're a nice budget option. However, if you want to be the guy with the coolest lightsaber on the block, you need to have yourself a NeoPixel. With all of the features you could have ever wanted in a toy lightsaber, including the reflective white spots on the blades while deflecting shots, it's a really super cool feature, and these lightsabers are the best on the market. So today, let's talk about the NSabers Mandalorian-inspired lightsaber. I'm going to show you all about what a good NeoPixel lightsaber can do, and why you should pick them. Alright, here's my NSabers lightsaber in the box. I would like to take a minute to thank them for sending this to me. This is a sponsored review by them. They sent me the lightsaber for free to review, and I'm going to give you my most genuine and honest thoughts on the product. So far, my very initial impressions are very good. It comes in a nice, long, black matte box with the NSabers logo right in the front, like so. To open it, you merely lay it down and slide the top off like so. Inside, right front and center, you have your NSabers lightsaber, looking really, really nice. It is a really cool hilt. We'll get to this in depth shortly. Underneath of it is your blade. Pulling the blade out, there is a cap on the end which protects that NeoPixel connector. And then to the left is a box labeled display stand, which has this stand in there that you have to assemble. Comes together very, very nice though, and it is a nice way to display your lightsaber. It sits in there a little bit loose. It's just because it's a generic stand that'll work for basically any saber they offer, whether it be a little chunkier, a little skinnier. It still fits in there nicely like so. I do like that inclusion. It comes with these NSabers branded gloves, which keep fingerprints from getting on your saber. I will say I have some particularly big hands, so they don't particularly work for me, so I just have to wipe the fingerprints off here and there. On the other side is this box labeled toolkit, and that is where you will get your saber blade plug, a recharge cable, your directions are in there, you have your Allen key, which is very essential for any lightsaber that you buy in the third-party market. Now, they use standard sizes. Should you ever lose it, you'll have this in any other set of Allen keys you get. And all that comes in a bag, which comes with a couple of spare set screws. The first thing you have to do is actually install 3 of these set screws. One here, here, and here. Those 3 screws together form your blade retention screw. You can also use them to hold in your blade plug, which does protect the pins on the inside. Now, this is a little bit of a snug fit. However, you could snug those screws down to hold it in even better. There are no lights on this blade plug. I know there are some blade plugs that do feature NeoPixel LEDs inside of them. This one does not, but it does look really cool. So now, I'm going to go ahead and clear the table, and we are going to take a look at the NSabers Mandalorian lightsaber. To correct something I said moments ago, the blade plug itself does not have the ability to light up on its own, but there is an LED in the handle of the lightsaber. So to activate the lightsaber from sleep, you press and hold the main activation button for a second. Power on. It says power on, and the button lights up with this blue ring. From there, if you actually activate it, there is an LED inside, so it will light up the blade plug. So you don't actually have to have a blade in to have a little bit of a shelf piece, which is nice. Now to talk about blade installation. On this lightsaber, as mentioned, there are 3 set screws. There, and there. And you snug them by using the included Allen key, which can be replaced with other ones. It's not a special key. You can get it in sets of Allen keys. So now you dock the blade in. As you see, it's got a copper contact on the end, and there's pins in the hilt. You dock the blade in, and when it's touching the pins, you just want to make sure it's bottomed out in the socket. You go around to those 3 set screws and you snug them. Like so. And now that the blade is set within the lightsaber, all you do is you push the button and you light your blade. The cool thing about NeoPixels is they actually are a string blade inside of the plastic tube, so you get to have some really cool features, like blaster deflection. You can have color change, they can change any color you want. There's flash on clash. Any feature that you could ever want in a lightsaber, the NeoPixel does at the most bright possible settings. Now green is my personal lightsaber color of choice, but you can actually set different colors with this. For instance, if you press and hold the button until it blinks twice, 1 and 2, kick over to blue, or red. That's kind of a purpley color. You know, all sorts of shades of blue. Got lighter, darker, and yellow. Yellow's a really cool lightsaber color in my opinion. You may find yourself in a setting like you're at a Comic-Con where you don't want the lightsaber to be making any sound, but you want it to be able to light up. That will also actually save your battery life over time. And the way to do that is when your blade is deactivated but the saber's awake, you press and hold the button until it blinks once.
Mute.
Just said mute. Now,
Volume high.
you have volume high, which is very loud.
Volume low.
Volume low, which is a nice middle ground. You hear it, it's very clear, but it's not overwhelming. Or with mute, it's basically a flashlight. Still has the flash on clash options and anything that you would want it to do feature-wise. It just does it quietly. It kind of negates the sound effects and the different sound fonts that you have. But it's really good for cons or if you're wanting to use it as a flashlight at night without, waking up everyone in the house. It's got some perks. The lightsaber comes with multiple ignitions pre-programmed within it. It's not just your standard buzz wow that most lightsabers do. You've got all sorts of cool ones. This one's a personal favorite. That one's kind of fun. Of course, when it comes to a NeoPixel lightsaber, the options are kind of limitless. It can do any color, but it doesn't have to do them one at a time. You can do a rainbow blade. See, that's all the colors just pulsing right through. Or this one they call the infinite blade. It's basically the rainbow one, it's just all the different colors last a little bit longer. I think it's kind of better, in my opinion. Now, of course, fancy blade effects aside, one of the things that I like in lightsabers is different sound font profiles, and this has plenty of them pre-programmed. By holding the button down for 4 blinks, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Tell me, is this training? My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
Luke and Yoda dialogue. So, that sounds like original trilogy. It kind of sounds, classic. It's got a very nice hum to it. Now, it's preset with blue, but you can still change it to any color that you like with the same sound, the same sound font profile there. So, it's really cool that there's a nice variety here. And there's something like 15. So that's City saying Master Windy. That one sounds kind of prequel-y. They had different hums for different movies, and kind of just depended on who was doing the sound effects for.
Lightsaber.
There you go. Got some Darksaber sound effects going on. So, of course, I didn't win this one in combat. Something else I would like to talk about is just the construction of this lightsaber hilt. I have to say, it's a really beautiful piece. Coming in to talk about it, it's very simple. It's a basic silver tube with some little black grooves carved in, and then it's got a tapered emitter that has kind of like a Y visor. Now, they say this is their Mandalorian-themed lightsaber. I guess it kind of gives me Night Owl vibes with that visor, but I love that the light bleeds through like so. And then you have these little drilled-in holes around the emitter, so you have a little bit of light bleed everywhere on it. It's just really, really cool. And it's just a really nice design. Sometimes these custom designs get a little busy, for my opinion. This actually feels like something that you could have in-universe, and that's why I really, honestly love this lightsaber from NSabers. It's not just that they hooked me up with it, or that, it's got some cool NeoPixel stuff. It is a really cool in-universe design. Something that I am wondering on it is there's a little hole set there, and I wonder if that's actually for a CoverTech wheel. They might have CoverTech wheels for sale separately. I do like to have the CoverTech wheels because I hang some of my lightsabers on the wall, and then, they kind of make for neat little decor pieces. But all in all, I gotta say, I am loving the NSabers lightsaber here. One other thing that it should show off is actually the recharge functionality. So the hilt comes apart at this black groove right here below the button. It just unthreads like so, exposing the chassis with memory card mounted in right there. And around over here, that's your battery cell with a recharge port right there. And then your speaker is down below. So when it's time to recharge the lightsaber, you just plug it in and walk away for a little while, and it'll charge up on you. I mean, it's really, honestly, incredibly user-friendly, and the instructions are very detailed, and just the amount of effects this thing has is insane. All in all, I gotta say, it's a pretty cool piece. Apologies for the noise, but it's nighttime and I had to go outside. I couldn't show you this cool lightsaber without showing you it lit up in the dark. This thing's honestly insane. It lights up a huge swatch in my backyard here, and I'm just incredibly pleased with it. So that's going to conclude the review. This thing is awesome. I love it. NSabers makes a great product, and I cannot recommend them highly enough. Thank you again for providing this lightsaber to me. Now, that's not it. If you are interested in picking up the Mandalorian-themed lightsaber or any lightsaber on their website, go to nsabers.com. I'll have the link to this one down below, but scroll through the site. Find one that you like and use code HYBRID for 7% off your order. It's a really cool thing that they offered me. I can give you guys a little bit of a discount, and hopefully you guys can add a really cool NeoPixel lightsaber to your collection too. Honestly, this is the coolest lightsaber I have, and I'm incredibly amped to have it. So, thanks for watching. It means a lot that you did. You know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, all that end of video stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with each and every one of you, and goodbye.